Welcome to this 11th session of consumer behavior, and we will be talking about theories of personality in this session, and I, Dr. Shravanti Mukherjee, will be talking about this. Theories of personality, we will actually spread the total elements into 3 sessions. In the first session, we will talk about the concept of personality, the characteristics of personality and the individual theories of personality, while in the next session, we will be talking about the social theories of personality, and third session would be on the brand personality and the meaning transfer model. So, begin with, we start what is personality. Now, Friedman once stated that quite often high psychological and social risk is involved with the purchase of the products reflecting one's self and social image. The images of these brands usually have a high correlation with those of the celebrity endorsers promoting the brand, because the individuals try to correlate their own personality, own traits with the traits which has been shown in the particular promotion or the advertisement. So, that is how it is very important to match the customer's personality with the brand's personality and with the endorser's personality. So, that is one of the very key relevance of personality, and otherwise also designing the product, pricing of the product, the distribution of the product, everything actually personality plays a very crucial role. Understanding the personality of the customer is very crucial. So, therefore, now we try to say what personality is. So, personality is defined by Shipman in 2008 as the unique or dynamic organization of physical and psychological characteristics of a person which influence his or her behavior and responses to the social and physical environment. So, personality of the customer guides and directs his or her behavior to realize the goals in a different kind of situation. So, a person, it is basically this is the consistency of response allows us to classify people as aggressive or submissive, fascinating or loathsome. A person's reaction to an internal environment, state or to new stimulus depend about his or her perception on the event, and this perception in turn depends upon the person's usual mode of coping with the environment. Since individuals generally react in a consistent and stable fashion in a variety of environmental situations. Now, for example, a cautious, careful and methodical type of person will usually react very cautiously, very carefully and methodologically to methodically to a particular stimulus. A very high-tech product, for example, if iPhone 6 is shown to a customer who is this kind of very cautious and careful and methodical, then he will first try to see what are the features of the product, what is the functionality of each of the features, what are the features he should look for, and what are the competing brands is giving, and then he will try to evaluate this very carefully. Then he will try to judge whether the price which has been charged and the actual product which has been given, I mean the characteristics or the features which has been incorporated with the product, whether these two are actually are tallying or not. So, therefore, if I am a very cautious person, I will behave in this way. Some people are very happy-go-lucky person type of, and they actually react to the impulses more. So, for example, if I am a very that kind of impulsive buyer, then probably if I see some sarees hanging in the showrooms and all, that may attract me more, and probably I will buy 1 or 2 like that. So, it depends like whether I am ready to take the risk, whether I am directed by my impulse, or whether I am a very inner directed person, very cautious and very carefully evaluate the features of the product, and accordingly I buy the product. So, all these things determine the way I react. So, my inner characteristics or traits actually determines how my outer behavior or the behavior which the society is actually seeing would be shaped. So, in short, that is the concept of personality. So, basically personality is the combination of all traits an individual is having, all characteristics rather an individual is having, which make them or him or her very different from other person in the society. Now, personality the characteristics of personality, if we try to understand, then it reflects the individual differences, the person to person difference. It is a distinctive combination, as I have already mentioned, of the inner characteristics of a human being. So, and therefore, no two individuals are alike, nothing to explain about it, because you are aware that two different persons obviously are very different. Even two different teachers, if you say, they are very different. I am not saying they are different in terms of qualification, but they may be different in terms of the delivery of the sessions or the lectures. So, that is how, because of very different personality traits, the understanding about the how to deliver a lecture will be different. So, therefore, the personality allows the marketer to divide people into different groups based on their traits. So, therefore, personality helps in psychographic segmentation also, like whether my product is for people those who are very corporate type, honest, and they want an integrity, they are very elegant and they want to show their elegance in the society. So, whether I am talking about this kind of elite personality, then actually I will be in a different class, whereas if I just want to be in a very happy person, I keep on going to outings with my friends and all. So, then I may like some kind of t-shirts, I may like different fluorescent colors, different variations, different kind of pictures on the t-shirt. So, these are the things which I will like, because my personality traits is like that. So therefore, actually if the marketer can divide the people into different categories, then even for the apparel they can actually devise different kind of shades, different kind of colors, different kind of fabric for different individuals. So, that is how this knowledge of personality helps, and usually personality is very steady and consistent, because it is actually formed from our childhood itself. If I see my entire something is like a very inner, like whether I will be extrovert or I will be introvert, but something like some social cues also I adopt. For example, if my entire family is very much religious, maybe I also I am born and brought up in that environment. So, gradually I develop the habit of performing all kind of rituals, and in the society I will be viewed as a very ritualistic person or a very religious person, right. So, this is how we say, and this is very steady. One it may change in a certain occasion, like we can say here the personality can change also, but it changes only with the life events. Like if you are in a totally different you got a job, or you got married to a very different kind of family. So, you try to slowly adapt and adapt to the culture of that family, and the personality of the people of that particular family actually influences your personality also to some extent, or you got in a job which may also change your personality. You are a very happy go lucky person kind of, and when you are in the job like teaching and all, gradually when you are teaching the students, maybe you are developing a little bit of different personality which you were in your college days. So, therefore, it can change with the life events. So, but the marketers cannot really alter the personalities by their products and services. What marketers can do is understand personality of the customer and then accordingly devise their product. So, and therefore, by understanding the personality of the customers, actually it helps the marketers to actually devise the product, select the pricing strategy and any other marketing strategy. So, it changes, personality changes is actually a budding process. The way you grow up, you got into a school, then you got into a college, then you got into an office, and gradually you keep on acquiring certain traits of your personality. And it has been seen that women's personality is generally shifting little faster, because that is because again for the life event, because usually the women they come and stay in a different environment after marriage, or after childbirth, her role gets drastically changed suddenly. So, that is why probably their personality changes faster, and I sure it maybe they are a little more adaptive also. So, we come now to the theories of personality. So, in theories of personality, we know that there are two kinds of theories. One is the individual theory, another is the social theory. In this session, we will concentrate only on the individual theories of personality. Now, all individual personality theory have 2 or 3 common assumptions. So, all individuals have internal characteristics or traits. For this is one characteristic, actually one common assumption, and for this characteristic there are consistent and measurable differences among the individuals. And the second one is the external environment or event around us are not considered in these theories. Third, most of these theories state that the traits or characteristics formed at a very premature stage are relatively static over the years. However, the differences between the individual theories center on mainly the personality traits or characteristics. So, now we will see that what are the different types of individual characteristics. The first type of individual characteristic is the single trait theory, and the other one is the multi trait theory. So, single trait means that it underlines one personality trait as being particularly relevant to understand a specific set of behavior. I may have several characteristics. It is not that I do not have any other characteristics, any other traits, but one particular trait is particularly relevant for a particular consumption behavior. For example, in Bharti AXA general insurance, a person is shown who is having lung disease, but he says that I cannot have a lung disease because my policy does not give me the permission of lungs problem. So, you please give me any other disease. So, this shows that the kind of critical illness coverage is required by this kind of person. This person is a middle aged person and he is prone to probably diseases, and he has, that is why he has bought a medical insurance scheme maybe, and he wants a coverage of several critical diseases which his particular insurance policy is not giving. So, this is a kind of personality which one personality trait of that person. That person may be having different kind of other things, like he may be a very religious person, he may be an extrovert person, he may be an introvert person, and there might be he may be a very judgmental person. So, there could be several other traits of that person, but for that particular insurance that is not required. So, that for that designing that promotion, the only feature of that person required was about panic about what are the coverages of his anxiety mainly in a humorous mode, although it has been shown, but his anxiety has been depicted about the coverage of the illness. So, that is one aspect. Then in the similarly with less amount of insurance policy and all this. Okay. So, so therefore, this is a kind of price sensitive customer or value for money oriented customer. And some of the examples of single trait theory which has been suggested by the consumer behavior scientists are the consumer innovativeness, materialism and ethnocentrism. Now, for launching new products and services, the marketer may try to understand first the innovativeness trait of the customer personality for the target segment. Unless they are innovative, they will not accept the product. Particularly when you are talking about high-tech mobile phones, high-tech television, home theater or this kind of product. So, therefore, if the customer is not innovative, customer is not they do not try for new product, then probably it would be very difficult for the marketers actually if they are not innovators. I mean, they do not adopt the new products. And then comes the Shipman into the Shipman, then Kanuk, then Wisenblit and Ramesh Kumar. They have said that customers could be differentiated between innovators and non-innovators, or they have said that based on the innovativeness, dogmatism, social character, need for uniqueness, optimal stimulus levels, sensation seeking and novelty or variety seeking behavior, the customers could be differentiated into innovators and non-innovators. For example, marketers of organic food can target the innovative customers for buying and consuming because it is a new kind of product. For the highly dogmatic customer who are not so open to new brands and ideas, can be offered traditional food products. Okay, they do not try, for example, if you want to sell pasta in a suburban area. Now, then you have to understand that what could be your probable market size. So, for that you should know that you may undergo a survey with a particular set of question, and then you try to identify how many number of potential customers could try a new product and how many number of customers are there, those who do not want to try any new product, they are only interested in having traditional food. So, that you need to know. So, therefore, the concept of permission marketing is also for the dogmatic customers. Now, some more single trait theories, like depending on the social character, customers may be classified as inner directed customer or outer directed customer. Inner directed customers are likely to be innovative customers, but with inner value system, like honesty and integrity maybe. That is how is the this promotion of Peter England is done based on that. Outer directed customers rely on the guidance of others, they depend on others. For example, I depend on social networking sites for getting opinion about different products, or I keep on viewing the product sites to see, I mean the sales sites or the retailing sites to see what kind of reviews of the product has come, and accordingly I select a product which probably may. So, which means I am innovator, but then I am outer directed, which I take opinion of others, I value opinion of others more than my own opinion. So, therefore, I may also look for my reference group, like say a particular celebrity. When a particular celebrity says that I like this brand, probably that influences me more. When Kapil Dev says boost is the secret of my energy, when Sachin Tendulkar says boost is the secret of my energy, or similarly Dhoni says, so that maybe influences the parents, those who are actually trying to make the children any kind of sports personality, or they want more the child to be more energetic. So, as an example here what I have stated is they buy brands like Lux Flower Bomb, which is endorsed by their favorite film star Kareena Kapoor. Now, the need for uniqueness also leads the customer towards choosing expensive designer apparel as they want to stand out of the crowd. They want for example, boutique sarees or boutique dresses, that is also bought because the people want uniqueness. Boutique usually they only devise only one single design for one product, and then each product are very different in terms of design. So, maybe the customers, those who are very uniqueness seeking kind of customer, they will like this kind of boutique apparels. Those who are having high optimum stimulation level, they will have a greater willingness to take risk and try new product and be innovative. Similarly, like I want to buy a very expensive car, maybe a very sports car, and very expensive car. So, in that case I will be taking this risk, and maybe that is an expensive SUV also. So, I will take risk, I will try new product if my optimal stimulation level is quite high. So, similarly sensation seeking, novelty seeking customers also want to stand out of the crowd. The other single trait theory also assumes that the materialistic need of the customer or the materialistic customers. So, the materialistic trait of the customers, if it is there, then the customers will think that the possessions are necessary for well-being and satisfaction. I need a house, I need a car, I need a jewelry. So, these all actually shows my well-being, my success in life. So, for example, in a recent ad of Tanishq, Amitabh Bachchan gives his wife Jaya Bachchan diamond jewelry in the anniversary. It shows that the wife is also saying once given some jewelry, she is saying that why not bangles. So, which means the materialistic possession in this case shows their this is a materialistic possession which is getting more important. So, customer may be innovative because they need more and more materialistic possession as such. Ethnocentrism is also that also indicates the customer's affinity for country of origin brands and their affinity for foreign brands. So, if I am very much ethnocentric, then my preference for the foreign brands would be much lesser than the ethnic brands. But if say I am very much ethnocentric, then my affinity would be towards the ethnic brands rather than the foreign brands. If I am not ethnocentric, then I like foreign brands. If I am ethnocentric, I will like the ethnic brands. So, that is how for ethnocentric customers marketers focus on made in, premium price, exclusive locations. For example, Vishwa Bangla sells Bengali ethnic items like dress material, ready-made garments from Tant, and then they sell all household items, food, sweets, Darjeeling tea, handicrafts from various districts of West Bengal to the premium customers at airports. It is very popular now. As Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, puts, Vishwa Bangla has achieved success. Foreign and international tourists are buying its products from the stall in Calcutta airport and other airports as well. So, this is about our single trait assumptions. Now, we go to the multiple trait theories. In multiple trait theory is like you do not only think of a single trait and judge a person, but it is a combination of the traits by which you think the person is of certain kind, or he may be having a certain inner personality. So, that is what we say here, that in contrast to the multi-trait theories specify several traits in combination that capture a considerable part of an individual's personality. Cattell's theory illustrates this view of personality. According to Cattell, traits are acquired at an early age through learning, and these are our inbuilt characteristics. Distinct aspect of this particular approach is the demarcation of the surface trait or the observable behavior, which can be grouped together on the basis of their resemblance with the source trait, and that stand for the causes of this behavior. I will tell in little more objectively, like if you see here Cattell source versus surface trait. He means to say, if a person is showing that he is very detached from the society, he is on his own, he is very critical about, skeptical rather, and then he is very aloof, he is very stiff kind of, then maybe all this surface trait or the outer behavior of the person may be because of his inner behavior, that is, he is a reserved person. Humble, maybe the stable, mild, easy laid, docile and accommodative, these kind of characteristics which are the surface trait, that may actually lead to the that may come because of the inner trait, that is humble. So, that is how Cattell actually has defined this way, that what kind of surface trait will determine, we can combine the surface, some of the surface traits and say if these are the feature of a particular person, then it may be because of certain kind of inner characteristic of that person, and that inner characteristic is the personality. Okay. So, if for example, here we are saying that inhibited and socially bold, maybe we are talking about the venturesome customer. So, the personality of the customer is venturesome, that is why his outside behavior to this in the society, which is a visible behavior, that is he is uninhibited and he is socially bold. Tender minded, he is sensitive, he is clinging, he is overprotected. So, that is probably because of his personality, that is tender minded. Experimenting, may be liberal, but the outside behavior which the other people can see in the society is the person is very liberal, he is very free thinking, he is very dynamic, he is very radical, or this kind of things, which shows that inner characteristics wise I am actually experimenting kind of customer, that is my personality. So, now we will see that where do we use this kind of trait theories, individual trait theories. The study of trait theory actually helps the marketers to appreciate why people behave differently in different situations. We can also map the brand personality with the customer's personality. That example we can see here, that MS Dhoni has been roped in for a deal with Riti Sports Management Private Limited and Mindscapes. The INR 210 crore is the minimum guaranteed amount to Dhoni for a period of 3 years, which is INR 70 crores per year by Riti Sports, and then brand personality mapping for brand Reebok with Dhoni is like this. Why this sports management team has done this? Because if you see just Reebok shoes, then we can see here MS Dhoni, his personality is a captain, he was the captain of Indian cricket team for both one day and test, now he is only the test captain. So, he is basically a fit person, he is an healthy person, he is a perfect body person, he is a sports person. And if you see the Reebok's brand attributes is like he is having fitness, he is very health conscious, he is Reebok is a Reebok brand is for fit people, health conscious people. It is a kind of sports shoe anyway, and it is rugged and sturdy also, because in the sports people may need to use it in a very rough and tough way. So, therefore, it needs to be rugged and sturdy for the sports. So, with Dhoni's sports personality, his fitness quite well matches with the personality of the Reebok shoes. So, therefore, it also helps for market segmentation and positioning, because as right now I have shown MS Dhoni was the Indian captain in cricket, and MS Dhoni, as his personality is a sports personality, fit personality, that matches with the sports shoes, which means the people, those who are looking for sports shoes, those who like to wear sports shoes, those who go for jogging in the morning, those who play those who are in different kind of sports, maybe these customers could be targeted with the Reebok sports shoes. They are very useful in choosing the celebrities, because as I have said that if you can match like this, then Dhoni, sports people and the sports shoes matches, this triangle is very matches well, and then overall marketing mix also, because pricing, distribution, everything could be depending on this also. For example, some more examples like Sushmita Sen, the former Miss Universe, has been spotted in a wide area of brands. Olay, then Olay, now Kajal is also doing the advertisement of Olay, because she is also a glam star. Then Kia Diamonds, Pantene, and many other celebrities are also those who are actually beauty or movie stars or glamour, those who are in the glamour world, they are actually roped in for Lux, Pantene and this kind of brands. Hrithik Roshan, with his personality, does very well in John Players. Saif Ali Khan, because of his royal image, he promotes Taj Mahal tea, Royal Stag, Asian Paints Royal very well. So, this is how the if the trait, if you know the trait of an individual customer and the similar trait, I mean the other customers, those who have one particular similar trait which very closely relates with the trait of the brands or the product, then maybe this the product customization could be done accordingly, pricing could be done accordingly, distribution could be done accordingly, and promotion of course would be done accordingly, because the promotional message will depend on that particular linkage, and the choosing of celebrity will also be depending on that, because celebrity trait should also be matching with the product trait and the customer trait. So, thank you for now, and we will meet in the next session. Goodbye.